So yesterday, Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, announced that he is going to resign and step down from being Prime Minister and leader of the Liberal Party.
This morning, I advised the Governor-General that we need a new session of Parliament. She has granted this request, and the House will now be prorogued until March 24th. Over the holidays, I've also had a chance to reflect and have had long talks with my family about our future. I intend to resign as party leader, as Prime Minister, after the party selects its next leader through a robust, nationwide, competitive process.
Now, this has raised a lot of anxiety for people who desire to live and work in Canada. They are wondering what this means for Canada immigration. Is there going to be a stop to the express entry system? Are the draws going to change? What does this mean? Right. So after thinking about it with his family and all the pressures that were coming from different angles for him to step down, especially with mounting pressure about the impact of immigration on the Canadian economy and a lot of other factors, Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, decided that it was time for him to step down. Right, the Parliament is on hold, which means that all proceedings, votes, and debates will be on hold until March. The Liberal Party have chosen a new leader. Right. So this means that we are going to have a new Prime Minister from the same administration, who is not obviously Justin Trudeau, or we are going to have a leader from the opposition party in the next election, which is due for this year. And everybody's wondering, what does that mean? Now let's do a little backstory. Some people think that Justin Trudeau introduced the express entry. No, he did not. The express entry was started in 2015, but the same year Justin Trudeau came in as Prime Minister of Canada. Before that, the system was very slow and it could take up to 2 years for people to have a decision on their applications. So Justin Trudeau's administration came in, reviewed the system and reduced the processing time, and also introduced new points for scores, like having a sibling in Canada. Previously, with the system for applying for permanent residence in Canada, it was called expression of interest. It had a longer processing time, which could take up to 2 years, and it was based on a first come first served basis. So the reviews in the express entry facilitated the process and made it possible for us skilled workers to come in and contribute to sectors like healthcare, agriculture, technology, and help to grow Canada's economy and the aging population. Through the system, Canada became known as a diverse economy and a welcoming place for people from all backgrounds to come in. So if you have the right qualifications and the right skills to come in to Canada, contribute, and also pursue your dreams. Now, post-COVID, it became very popular. People were coming into Canada a lot, especially with the temporary visa applications. There was a boom in visitor visas. There had been a backlog during the COVID, so there was fast processing. People were coming in as visitors. There was also the LMIA, which is a document that allows visitors to work in Canada to earn a living while they're here, especially during the COVID time. Right, some people were stuck here, so we gave them the opportunity to work, earn a living. And also post-COVID, there were a lot of vacant positions, as we see in this video.
But after the pandemic, our economy came roaring back quickly, and we needed a lot of workers fast.
Canada is in the middle of a huge labor shortage.
Temporary foreign workers
had a chronic shortage of labor for the last decade. It is the #1 issue of all manufacturers across Canada. So we think there needs to be more, push the pedal to the floor to bring more people into Canada, because
Ontario is facing a generational labor shortage.
There were a lot of vacant positions, and so sectors needed skilled workers to come in to fill in the gaps that were lacking. So the LMIA system was introduced. However, according to Justin Trudeau in this video, a lot of bad actors took advantage of the system in fake LMIAs and also taking advantage of innocent applicants who took advantage of the asylum system and also the student application system.
And increasingly, bad actors like fake colleges and big chain corporations have been exploiting our immigration system for their own interests. Colleges and universities used international students to raise their bottom line. They exploit people who target vulnerable immigrants with promises of jobs, diplomas, and easy pathways to citizenship.
This brought an increase to the number of temporary residents, a lot of pressure on the house, and according to Justin Trudeau's video to this, there was a lot of backlash about toning down the immigration goals and closing down some of the loopholes in the system that had allowed unscrupulous actors to take advantage of the system. So as the economy improved post-COVID, according to Justin Trudeau's video, they now sat down and decided to use the goals. So we see that last year there's been a lot of changes. For example, grandparents and parents application programs where you can file for permanent residency for your parents and grandparents. There's been a halt to it. There's been a reduction in the student application numbers. We saw the introduction of provincial attestation letters so that you've actually been admitted into the school. There were more stringent measures on the school application system, right? We had the category-based draws. We had changes in the postgraduate work permits for colleges and for master's programs. There were a lot of changes going on. All this to put a cap on the number of people who were coming into the system to allow the system to grow steadily, because according to Justin Trudeau in this video, there had been a sharp rise in population, right, which is putting stress on housing and other social systems. So last year they were making a lot of changes to put a cap on the people that were coming in.
We're reducing the numbers of immigrants that will come to Canada for the next 3 years. The plan is straightforward. Lower the number of new immigrants coming into Canada, both temporary and permanent. We're prioritizing permanent residents with the skills we need, like healthcare workers for our hospitals and construction workers who will build more homes.
However, sitting down to look at how things are going and in consultation with his family yesterday, Justin Trudeau announced that he is stepping down. So what does this mean for the express entry? Is it going to stop? Are permanent residents going to stop coming in? Are they going to stop bringing in skilled workers through the express entry system? Well, with the incoming new government, there may be changes to the goal levels. There may be changes to the pathways. Requirements may be more stringent. Processing times may change. Some things may be put on hold. So the climate is changing quickly. I'm a strong believer of times and seasons, and I believe that if you plan to come into Canada to contribute with your skills and also follow your goals, this is the time for you to put your application together. Watch my video on how to create your express entry profile, get into the pool, and if possible, be called in as soon as possible, because in the coming months, with a new administration coming in from whatever party, there are a lot of things that are going to change. So you need to be attentive to the changing policies and likelihood that you need to adjust your plans if you plan to work and live in Canada. I hope you found this video useful. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates in the coming months.